So what we're going to talk about real quick is just a fundamental thing that I personally like to do. If I'm in an area where it's just a shady area and just my spidey senses go up and say, hey, I see people that I don't really trust, or I'm not sure what's going to happen. Obviously, I want to try to avoid the situation, get out of the area. But sometimes people come out of the woodwork. They come from behind cars, run parking lots, and you realize that, shoot, all of a sudden there's people that are somewhat around me, and I may or may not have the opportunity to get in my car. I may not have the opportunity to, run as fast as I can, or crawl under a car, or scream for help, or whatever. And all those are great if you can evade these situations completely, but sometimes it's too late, or you're in a crowded area where there's already people around you. So what I like to carry is, I'll just carry a simple key that could, just basically pop out into a little knife if I don't have a big knife available, or it's just something I already have my keys in my hand. At least I have something that I can hold into to a fist position. And I encourage everybody to learn fundamentals of boxing. You got your jab, you got your cross, you got your uppercut, you got your hooks. And don't change what you already know about boxing skills, but all you have to do is hold a tight, firm grip, and you have some type of protruding weapon. Now, if you hold it tight enough, you just do the boxing, wherever the punching hand hits, you've got a blade that's going to be hitting prior. And then, obviously force necessary. This is something where worst case scenario, you pray you'll never be in this situation where you have to use force like I'm talking about. But if it's 5 or 6 people and you've got your child in the car and you've got your wife next to you and you're the only defense to keep them from bad things happening, this is extreme situation. So that's what we're talking about first of all. It's just my scenario and what I would think about as the worst case. So we get the position where we're too close to each other. And I hate being this close to people. I would rather them be further away and give me more options. But he pulls his hand, he has some type of club or weapon. Could be a crowbar, could be freaking whatever, baseball bat, whatever. He's going to attack me highline, because a lot of times people with bats want to take your head off. I want to close the gap, and I'm going to turtle shield here. I always hold my hand this way on the blocks most of the time, because if it is a blade of some sort, we don't want him cutting down and coming into a cut onto the major arteries. I'd rather have him cut the backside. But at least I can equalize it here. At the same time, I'm going to take this hand, I'm just going to do a basic boxing jab. And I'm not going to get too close just for safety, but you see what's going to happen with this knife. If I punched him all the way here before my fist even connects, there's a blade to some part of the face. If the knife is protruding out and I go for the throat, again, that's a knife that's going to be there. So it's just kind of holding it there and kind of doing there. Hopefully that will stop it. If I still need to do additional movements, the drill goes on. We're just talking about, hey, what's my first response, my first reaction? If it's here and I just jab him in the stomach, the same thing, that's a bad situation. If I uppercut him, this is a bad situation. If I hook him, that's a bad situation. So you have double whammy. You have a blade going to the body, and you have the knockout power punch. But if you're a 90-pound female, you don't have knockout power. You could punch as hard as you can a 6-foot tall person, and they'll laugh at you. And then if they're on drugs, they're not going to feel it anyway. So you got